You guys may see me wearing this outfit 3 times on my channel. Sometimes it beats like that. This video is going to be all about how I achieve the color that you see here. So let me talk to you guys about it. I'm pretty proud of myself. Let's just say that. I'm pretty proud of myself. When I colored this hair, and I'm going to take you guys through my process, but bear with me just a moment. I colored it before I installed the unit, and I wanted the bottom bundles to be darker and for it to gradually change to be more colored on the top. I didn't want to use bleach when coloring this unit. I wanted to see if I could achieve the color that I wanted without the use of bleach. The colors that I chose initially didn't give me the color that I wanted. So I went back, and I did not film this part, so I'm showing this to you all, but I went back and added this. This is an ash blonde. It's a highlight ash blonde, and the lady at Sally's recommended this one. Okay, so after I tried a couple of other methods, I went back and I colored the closure as well as the top bundle with this. But the bottom bundles were, I just used the colors that you're going to see in the video. So this is a piece of one of the bottom bundles so that you can see kind of how it looks. And it's slightly different. It's slightly different than the top here. So even though I didn't quite get the hair to lift to an ash blonde, I am really pleased with how this hair turned out. I love this color. So I'm gonna show you guys how I achieved this color, at least most of the steps. And again, remember that at the end I ended up going back over my hair with this one. So if you would like to see how I achieved this color, then please continue to watch. So we're going to start out with 2 mixing bowls as well as applicator brushes and the L'Oreal High Color Highlights and L'Oreal High Colors. One is in brown, one is in a blonde. And then we're going to have the 20 volume and 30 volume developers in 2 different brands as well as a wide tooth comb. So the first shade that I'm adding to the mixing bowl is the blonde highlight shade. And I'm going to split the 20 volume developer and the 30 volume developer and just mix them in the same bowl so that I can get some variations of color. And I followed the mixing instructions that were in the packaging. So I believe it's about 2 parts developer to 1 part color. But again, make sure that you follow the instructions that are included in the hair color. So I'm going to give that a good mix, and then I'm going to repeat those steps with the other L'Oreal High Color. Okay, so starting with the first bundle, which is the bottom bundle, I comb through to make sure that it's prepped for color. And then I am going to take the applicator and apply the brown shade to the ends because I want the hair to look sun-kissed. So I saturate the ends, and then I begin to kind of highlight the hair using the applicator brush and kind of go down in a downward motion on the hair. It has been my experience with hair extensions that it does not have to be a perfect process when applying hair color to the extensions. So I just painted the color randomly and just made sure that the color was everywhere that I wanted it to be, and that worked for me. So next I'm going to flip the hair back over on the original side so that I can continue to apply the brown on the first side. Now keep in mind that I am not trying to color all of the hair. I am trying to allow some of the natural black hair to shine through with this coloring process.
So here I'm going to add in the blonde highlights. Now remember that the bottom bundle should be majority brown, so I only added in a few blonde highlights before moving on to bundle 2. So for the second bundle, I wanted to kind of half and half the blonde and brown. So I'm going to add a little bit of both to this bundle, repeating the same steps that I did with the first bundle. Now throughout this coloring process, you should notice that for one, the hair is still on the hangers. I just found that to be easy for me. And also I'm not taking the color all the way to the top of the bundle because I want the roots to be dark. That just makes it look more natural in my opinion. So here I'm moving on to the third bundle, and this is the bundle that is going to be closest to the top of my head. So I'm adding more of the blonde shade to this bundle as well as to the closure. But again, I am simply repeating the same steps that I did with the first and the second bundle. So now we're going to move on to our closure. Now try to be more careful when applying color to the closure to make sure that I do not apply color to the lace. And I started out here with the blonde shade and then I added the brown because again I want the top of my head to have lighter colors than the bottom. After applying the color, I placed a piece of foil over the closure as well as all of the bundles before shampooing with this Organics Argan Oil of Morocco shampoo and conditioner. So I just simply rinsed all of the hair out in my sink. I kept it on the hangers because it's easier for me, and I shampooed the hair in the sink and applied the conditioner in the sink, and then moved on to the next bundle, and I repeated the same steps with each bundle as well as with the closure. So again, I repeated the steps that I used to shampoo the first bundle and condition it with all of the bundles as well as the closure. And this is what the hair first looked like. Now, you can't quite see the color as well as I'd like for you to, but the color lifted to a brown. Now, this is my first time coloring hair extensions with just color and not using bleach. So I tried this other method that I used one other time when I colored my hair with bleach, and I tried to tone it with Natural Instincts thinking, yes, this is going to get me the color that I want. And it did change the color, but it was still just a reddish brown. So I went back to Sally's. They suggested this color and I used that. So here you see me applying those two Color Brilliance colors by Ion to a closure that is slightly reddish brown after toning it with the Natural Instincts toner. Finally, I ended up applying the Age Beautiful to my closure as well as my top bundle, and this was recommended to me by someone at Sally's, and I ended up with this caramel color. So the bottom two bundles I didn't do anything else to, and I really liked the way that the color turned out. Now I know this was a messy process, but sometimes it is messy, and hopefully you learned something from my mistakes. So please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be seeing you guys again very soon. So until the next time we meet again, this is Savvy signing out.